Welcome everybody at the Artist Coaching Podcast, the podcast for artists who are serious about their music career. Still out of focus?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out of focus, I think, the whole time.
Perfect. How have you guys been? For people watching, I'm currently not in the office or the studio. I'm actually in a holiday park, vacation park, in my bedroom. So the audio could be a little bit less in quality today. Jay is chef de mise, as in he's hosting the live stream. He's in control of the keys. So if you got something to complain,
and I'm just here to fill up some space.
I don't even have.
I have a little bit of green. I'm the plant.
I don't even have any sound bites. I should have taken care of that.
Yeah, on the right, there's sound bites. Isn't that in the lobby?
Cheering, drum roll.
Hey,
and then all the way at the bottom.
But okay, so Jopke today is the big boss, the head honcho right here. He can.
Yes.
We actually can skip all the nonsense, Jopke, and go straight to the community questions.
We have to test it.
No, you have to click live underneath, otherwise we don't hear it.
Okay.
And the volume halfway.
Yeah.
Community questions.
Okay,
yes. There we go.
Every week we do some questions. Halfway through the episode, you just tuned in.
Everybody entering the live chat right now. Josh Letichier's coming in, Melodramatics coming in, Ben Singh, Gerard Francis, Lion Harris, Bit3, Vostra and Gallardo. What's up, everybody? Welcome. We have people counting down for ADE. That's next week.
Yeah,
it's coming close.
Very close. I'm excited.
I'm already getting the first emails and the first text messages from people if they could come into the event. But it's sold out. Too bad, people.
Sorry,
no spots left.
It's a good thing, but also a bit of a sad thing if we're sold out, I think. It's like we want to have as much people from the community, but...
Yeah, the problem is the venue. I don't think it could handle a lot more than this. Yeah. And if we let in more people, I think we have to sit on each other's lap. So
that can also be nice.
Can be nice. Some people pay good money for that, but yeah.
To sit on your lap, or do you pay some good money to sit on some laps?
Something like that.
Okay, that's totally fine, man. Not judging.
Ben Singh says, I got to witness Josh playing live last week. Was so sick to meet him. You guys met.
London.
That's cool.
Nice.
In London, yeah. Ministry of Sound. I heard the gig was great. Packed room.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at Josh's socials yet, to be honest. But it's
he posted something.
It's pretty cool.
I was talking. Was it last week? Ralph, was Jay there? I'm not sure. Like the fact that we have been in Ministry of Sound about 6 years ago, the first time Josh had to play.
Yeah, that was us. That was yeah. Then we met, kinda.
Yeah, but did we talk about this last week or was that private?
No,
I don't know.
No. This hasn't been a topic of conversation for months, I think.
Okay, so for people who aren't aware yet, like I think it's 5 or 6 years ago, Josh had his first gig in Ministry of Sound, and it was around my birthday as well, I believe. And then I thought, like, you know what, let's fly to London. But I didn't know Jay was playing as well, and that's where we met backstage.
But did we know each other? We knew each other, but were we already working on Artist Coaching? I don't think so.
No. Like I've heard of your name, but I don't think we really met before that. That's probably the first time we actually met.
Because it felt like, thinking back on it, it felt like we already knew each other. It's kind of like, maybe you have that effect on people, but it was like, oh, maybe it's from the same area.
Yeah.
No, but it is, as you said, like in the music industry, I always kind of had the same feeling that if you met someone for the first time, it doesn't really feel awkward because you kind of feel like you already know each other since you're in the same industry and you play each other's tracks already, and like you kind of feel like you know each other. So those conversations are never really that hard or weird.
Oh, you have common ground. You're doing the exact same thing. The passion is there, and that's like the main common ground that you have. So it's
that's what Jay
pretty
and I
like-minded
miss.
people.
Yeah. Jay, dude, where's the drum? You're lacking, man. There you go. Yeah. You're lacking.
Yeah, dude, I'm so overwhelmed by being moderator.
Yeah.
It's
I
respect you so much more now, Joe. This is really like I'm seeing all these statistics on the side and like the pressure gauges and like the temperature of the servers can't go too hot. So that's why if you're wondering, there's now 9 people live watching. If you're wondering why it's not 900, it's because the servers. I'm
burning
keeping
out.
people out.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it works.
No, we don't want to break the internet.
Hey, well, how have you
Why did
been
you
last
not
week?
think about asking Ralph? That's a way safer option to have Ralph do that.
I'm not sure if that. Did you check? Did you notice the Ralph's internet connection in the past year?
No, but look at him. He's the most HD of us all. He's the
4K.
He's already the most
4K.
handsome. He's already the most handsome, and now the most HD. It's like he's winning everything.
Oh, we're being honest today. That's so nice of you guys.
Yeah,
finally some honesty.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, anything you did last week?
Are you asking me?
Both. Something that's worth mentioning. If not, that's okay as well.
Oh, something worth mentioning. That's actually a pretty bold question, because if I don't have anything to answer, it's probably been like this non-significant week in my life. But to be honest, I experienced it as being a rich week in my life. But I don't have an answer to your question.
Not everything valuable is worth mentioning. Maybe that's the lesson in there.
Sounds like something out of a book.
No.
But a pretty shitty book. No.
What about you?
Oh, yeah. Just been busy, as always. Conquering the world a little step at a time.
Same for me. Same for me, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Making a lot of music. Doing an announcement next week, which is exciting.
Announcement next week in ADE.
Yep.
About what?
Yeah.
Can you give us a little heads up on what this is about? What is
about life, about choices, about about rave, about
Plur.
It includes new music. It includes some other big announcement. It's but I always say I hate it when you're like talking about new music instead of just releasing it. So I want to keep it for when I'm actually.
So it's going to be like different music, and then, like a lot of the people do, then, well, oh wow, it's different from what I always do, and it's also the most popular music right now. It's jumping on a bandwagon, or
yeah, well, people will probably say that. People will say that. No, I don't think so. I think I've seen everything happen over the years, and I've been kind of searching like, what am I gonna do? And I feel like now I found the perfect like spot to be, that I take things I like about all the new genres that are bigger now, but I still make it into my own thing. And I think that's where you gotta find a spot where you really feel like, hey, you get creative, and you have something like, hey, this is really me, and it's kind of narrowed down a bit more. So the idea is that people will be more certain of like, hey, what can you expect of a J Hardway set? Because like the music I've released goes a bit all over the place, and now it's time to like show a bit like, hey, this is what you get for a J Hardway set as well. So that's where my aim is directed. But I'm very excited. But like I said, I'm gonna save the announcement for ADE. So
okay, but I want to unpack it a little bit. As in, you clearly thought about this. So can you take us a bit in that mindset? As in, like, how did you think about this? How did you make the strategy around it? Because it kind of feels like there is a strategy.
The strategy was bluffing. And the reason why I needed to bluff, I'll explain later. But because I was bluffing, I had to back it up with music. The story is a bit more complicated than that, but anyways, I promised to show people more music, certain people, than I actually had ready. So I was kind of like, oh, but it was kind of like
They called your bluff.
the stok achter de deur. Like
Stick behind the door, the carrot.
I had the carrot. I had an incentive to now I had to finish some music, and in that whole process, which happened, I really found this new angle for my music, and I'm really excited about it. But it's I of course when it's out, it's more easy to speak about it and how it exactly happened. And there's some
Is it tech house?
no.
Oh,
But
refreshing.
you kind of looked at what has been trending in the past few years,
Yeah,
and
well, a little bit, but more like what inspires me of some of the artists that are big, that are like
So
yeah,
who are
just
those?
stuff I like. Maddox is one of them, but like Adam Bayer, Joris Voorn, those guys. I love the
You
melodic
look like
techno
Joris
stuff.
Vorn. If you just
That's what people.
yeah,
I
you
if
get
do.
that
you
Yeah,
sometimes.
murder him, you can take his place.
yeah.
But
I get that sometimes as well. That people say that.
yeah.
Yeah. Just and yeah. I will say more about it when it's out. Then we have something
And
to
and
talk
where
about
is
as
this
well.
this thing gonna happen? Online or in this podcast or like?
On the interweb.
Okay, which day?
Ja, joh, come on, hè. Het moet een beetje... We have to keep it a bit exciting, hè? Hey,
Exciting. Okay, so
hey.
okay, yeah. So
No, but it's next week. Next week during ADE. New music it includes, and like I said, I haven't been talking about it at all. So there's new music coming next week, which is exciting, and yeah, I'm
okay.
excited about it.
Talking about new music, I want to go into a little segue and then we go to the community questions as we always do. Um, Promotion changes over time simply because of all the tools that we have. If I look at how we used to promote music back in the days when we had Hives, which was like pre-Facebook, or CU2, or like MySpace, like all those things. If you look at promotion today, it completely changed. But would you say, aside from social media, what do you think still is a very strong way to promote your music?
Get it supported by other DJs. Get people that want to play your tracks. I think that's
Yeah,
that's
but
the
this is always the what is it, the chicken and the egg story, as in what came first? Because a lot of starting artists struggle to get in contact with those artists. So how do you manage to get that?
I
well, you
think
gotta
we've been
already
over
have
this.
the vision of it being played. So whether you play yourself or you find someone's set like Dom Dolla, you watch his set and you think, what would he play here? Um, Go towards that and make the best music you can in that regard, and then your music will, if it's good enough to play, it will be played. Maybe not by Dom Dolla, but maybe by the local DJ at the bar who's like, I'll give it a spin. I'll give your track a spin. You can hear a track on a bit of a bigger system, see some crowd reaction. And I think that's where I also started the local DJs, the local DJs in the bar, and you try to learn from them. You try to, but I think it is a bit of a chicken and the egg. It is really hard to know what DJs are going to play next month or next year, and that's why you always gotta make more. I think that's the key. And if you have
Yeah.
one track that does very well and is played, you better have the follow up already. You better are working on 10 songs already, I think. Otherwise, it's fine. You have a track that gets support, but
Now,
I
there are
think
also other ways. I mean, of course, those, if you have some money, you can always pay like these blog ish sites that also have socials to support your release. I mean, most of the promotions you see by all the blogs are paid for.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Yeah, that's a thing. Send out promos through promo services. They have
Playlisting.
reach.
Promo services are also a good one.
Yeah, and of course, I
Yeah,
mean, if you see a Spotify playlist curated by somebody in private, let's call it like that, and not Spotify themselves, you can always contact
that's
them, see
third-party
if they,
playlists.
yeah, yeah. What more? Throw your own party, invite people.
For you, Ralph, like what had the biggest impact for you? Was it social media? Was it the DJ support? Was it
Man,
ads,
it used to
playlisting?
be so different. I mean, you just released a track and you gained support. It was more easy. There was so much focus. There were not so many artists. There were not so many styles hot at one moment. So what it used to be is not so relevant for these days anymore.
How
Um,
how did it change for you? Because I can imagine that it used to be
Socials weren't
releasing
that
on a label.
important. No, socials weren't
Yeah,
that important. I mean, we had
yeah.
mainly when we went international, it was Facebook mainly. When we started, you even had MySpace, which was really music oriented. Um, yeah, that all changed. I mean, social media actually empowered you to be your own, let's call it a distribution network. I mean, if you, it was you're enabled to make a community around yourself through social media, and that's where you have an outlet to promote your music firsthand. That has become way bigger, and yeah, but
Mm.
we all know it. Um,
I see a lot of people in the chat also mentioning Submit Hub. Is that something you've experienced with?
I don't know that kind of stuff, but yeah,
I
you
worked
have
with it
all this
Submit?
once.
side. Yeah.
I worked with it once for a like release on an alias that I was just like testing out one track for basically, and it got me like 1,000 somewhat plays, like not a lot at all. But the concept is cool, but it comes down to kind of pay to play again, and I don't know, it's yeah, it's the playlisting and stuff that you have less and less control over in this
Mm.
day and age. But the things you do have control over is, hey, you getting your tracks to DJs. DJs are still like
We use
human.
Hyped It still a lot. I mean, getting a
To
community
get
on
promos.
SoundCloud and to also just deliver stuff. We have a lot of free downloads, and through Hyped It, you can have these download gates that they have to follow you to in order to download your track.
Hmm.
It's a fair exchange, I think.
And I also think that it's always a matter of the combination of all those things.
But you
It's
also
not
have
just
charts on Hyped It, so you can see for like
yeah,
what's the top 100 most downloaded stuff, all genres. You can do it genre based, and also gives you if you can get on top of those charts, there's more visibility. In the end, that's what
yeah,
it's all about. It's visibility, and yeah, you can can get visibility in a lot of ways nowadays. Actually, that's why the internet and the maturity of it is so cool because it
yeah,
empowers you to get visibility. Still hard to get it, but the odds, the chance is there that you
yeah,
can get it, and you don't
yeah.
need
But
labels and all.
it's always the combination of everything. So you should do promo, you should do playlisting, you should do
DM.
what DMs. Like what else do we have? Like you should
It's
do all
whatever
of
it
them.
takes, and don't. And we
Yeah,
also discussed it before. Don't always aim at the big kids out there. It's also the little ones, the peers that are on the same level as you. Get into contact, send your music, get their music, and talk about it. And I mean, everybody who shouts your name is a person who is this new
yeah,
network that's yeah, make it like a virus, and yeah, let it be heard, make it spread.
yeah,
And of course, you want to be supported by the number one DJ in the world. But yeah, the rest is also important.
it might get to the number one DJ in the world through someone else. right? That's
Definitely. I mean,
how you
we're
can get
all
there as
kind of
well.
sheeple, and I mean, all the big guys and the big girls, and the more everybody looks at each other, like, what are they playing? So the more sets you're in,
Yeah.
the more chance of you getting noticed. But it's this big thing, and like I said, whatever it takes, yeah. But don't do stupid dances on TikTok if you don't like to do stupid dances on TikTok.
No, that doesn't make sense. Jay, when you kind of reinvent yourself and kind of build a J Hardway 2.0, do you think about promotion? As in, do you think about how can I get this music to the people and which ways am I going to use and which ways I'm not?
Yes, yes. Well, I'm trying all those angles we just talked about. So you're doing everything you can, and other than that, it's a lot of focus on more new music. So it's like I just kind of want to have a lot of music ready, a lot of it to get going. So that's my main focus, is always to have like dedicated time, of course, to send out promos, talk to DJs, DM them, email them if you have their email or their manager's email. Use a promo service, and then, but other than that, I'm building new music, so I'm always looking forward. And it's something I didn't always have because I didn't really know where to go, and now I do know where to go. It's really like, oh, I can make a lot, and
Hmm.
so it's like, yeah, it's but it's I think it's still, you're kind of dependent a bit on a bit of luck. And like, let's say I send a promo to a big DJ, you still need the luck that they are going to check it, that they're able to check it, that they're not like just getting on a flight or whatever. Then that they are in the mood and they like it, and then all the way down the road maybe play it in their set. That's a huge step still.
Yeah.
So that all kind of has to fall. But I think if you just have a plan with your music, promo service, DMs, emails, every contact you can get, done.
Put
Next,
in the work.
go to
Yeah.
the next one. Like, make sure they're ready for the next
Yeah.
chapter. And I also believe, like, that's a nice thing about social media now. It's like, because all the playlist optimization and stuff, I don't really believe that much in that. Like, getting your tracks, that's the goal for my tracks that are coming. It's more, I really want the support from DJs, and that's where I focus, because they're also the actual humans. I don't know who the curators are at Spotify
Actual
anymore.
humans.
Yeah, but like, I don't know who the curators are at Spotify anymore, but it probably goes through some AI algorithm first, and then maybe some human will listen to it, but small
Oh.
chance. Um,
Yeah,
and
it's
at
very
least
much data driven, huh?
when you send something to Tiesto, at least you can see like seen and then no reaction, and then at least like, okay, he doesn't like it. Still hurts. But I
Still,
think also very important. I think good DJs are always on the hunt for new unreleased stuff that no one has
yeah.
yet. So if
Oh,
you know,
that's the best feeling, man. Like if
yeah,
you found this gem and you just feel like, oh,
I'm the only one
this is
that
gonna
can
go.
play this, or at least it's
Yeah.
unreleased, and it's every big DJ that does a main stage set. They would love to have a remix that no one else has, or
Yeah.
something that's just so cool. So you knowing that also can give you a lot of yeah, just send it, just
A little side story here because I kind of feel like this part of the industry has died, but it's honestly one of the parts I enjoyed the most. Do you guys remember Soulseek?
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's
Soulseek
also
was
like a
like
torrent thing
yeah,
where you
it
can
was
get
like
a lot of
Kazaa
house
and
music.
LimeWire
Yeah.
and like but more underground you could say. But how I spent my evenings was I was on Soulseek all evening long and I was on forums and internet looking for new tracks and tracks that, for example, Fatty Legrand played and nobody could ID which track it was. And then, and then when it was finally ID'd, you could start looking for it, and people started trading songs on the website in exchange for another promo. So you kind of had like levels of promo-ness, so gold level, silver level, bronze level, and you could trade it to each other by sending it through Soulseek, and you could chat there as well. And that's what I meant. Like, if you finally found that song you were looking for because nobody had it and you did, that just felt special. I'm not sure if that's still the case, right? Like, once the song is out, everybody has it. Like,
well,
yeah,
I think there's a lot of DJs who still like play stuff and then don't release it. There's a lot of guys that they get it, check their
Yeah, but is there
inboxes.
still an art of going out to look for those edits or for those tracks that haven't been
SoundCloud,
released
man.
yet? Yeah,
A
but
lot of
then they're
people.
uploaded on SoundCloud.
Yeah, but still, what you're talking about is crate digging.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, it was
like
it
you
was really
say of a
like
gold, bronze, and silver tier people sharing stuff. No, but I mean, yeah, crate digging. I think the DJ is more valued now than it was 5 to 10 years ago, because we kind of went from this world where, I mean, in a far, far away history and somewhere like tens of years ago, um, DJs were people who played music and they had to go to a record shop. They bought these big black discs called LPs, vinyls, and maybe like this one song was printed maybe 100 times, and then you get the second print, which was like 500 copies,
yeah,
and I mean, then the DJ was being judged on how he curated music,
yeah,
and that shifted when it was more accessible. I mean, the technological advancement became that um, people could a produce themselves, and b it was more or less
was scarcity.
transparent, or it was more transparent of what people were playing. So
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
more scarce because there were only like 200 vinyls, so you either had
and
one
it
or you
became less
didn't.
because we were being enabled to copy songs
Yeah,
ourselves, either through the CD or MP3 later on,
Yeah, you mean it
and
became more
whatsoever.
transparent, right? It
Yeah,
became
and
more
I
yeah,
transparent.
mean,
Yeah.
look at now, we have Shazam. If we don't know what a song is, put your phone up in the air and it
yeah,
will Shazam, you know. And of
Yeah.
course, there are all these edits and unreleased stuff that it won't
Hey, but
detect, but still, then you have the fora. It's easier to obtain information of what is played. So there was this shift going from this person who was really good at curating music to, at some point, even like 5 to 6, 7 years ago, pre-COVID, that we were actually more artists, that we played our own music to make it as unique as possible.
yeah,
And I think
yeah,
now we
true.
have more a shift that people, or a lot of DJs, they actually play a good as possible set, regardless if they produced it themselves or not. And I actually like
So,
that.
yeah, so you're saying we're kind of going back to that scarcity, as in people are looking for those rough diamonds instead of the ones we all know,
Definitely, I see a lot of
which
crate
is
digging going on, and
that's a
yeah,
good trend. That's a good trend,
it is.
yeah,
at least
totally, totally,
in my
yeah.
opinion. Yeah. By the way, I see we have another donation from Mr. Melodramatic, the weekly supporter, beer money,
Hey,
$50.
woo!
Next week, he will fly in and we'll finally meet him at the ADE event. So looking forward to that, man. And thanks again for the weekly support.
Gracias, señor.
But I must say, it's like that trend. I would be a big fan of that. As in, it just made it a bit more special or something. Like less one size fits all. You know, every DJ had like these couple of tracks that you were like,
Yeah,
oh, he's the only person who has this. Like,
you know, there was this big urge at some point to play as much tracks of your own. But I remember actually, like, it was, I think, our pre-COVID sets. It started, and also a few years back, we were discussing when we prepared sets, like, okay, well, is our own track actually the best option? Is this what we like the most, or is there a track? I mean, it's pretty cocky to say like, oh, no, other music is better than our own,
yeah,
and so that's when we also made a shift, like, okay, maybe it's better to choose something of somebody else because it will just be a better experience of being here raving in the crowd. And you see it all over. I think for some reason there's this collective mind which we all share. We think kind of the same, or we just are sheeple, whatever. And but yeah, I can. It's just so, you can feel it, you see it. I see a lot of people, not in every genre, but yeah,
I think also one of the reasons why we used to play so many tracks of ourselves is because that was kind of the only way how we could play tracks that not everybody had. Because some of the
but
track.
we overshot the target. And
Oh,
also,
okay,
I
yeah.
gotta admit, then you have the super big DJs that they're more like artists than DJs. They play like basically all their own music. They have the shows that go with it. And but yeah, underneath, where there's maybe also a less um, what people expect, less expectance. And you're a bit more free, and you see
Hmm.
people taking advantage of that freedom again, being a like genuine DJs.
Would be very cool if there's like a digital version of Scarcity. Like that's probably where blockchain comes in. But if there's like only 200 copies of a track available and there's no other
Hey,
way to get it, that
you
would
can
be
do it
great.
yourself. We're only releasing 200. Yeah, and people can copy
Yeah,
it.
but you
Shit, there
yeah,
you
you
go.
can still upload it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think just it's the real art of DJing again, where you have to crate dig. You have to either make your own
yeah,
shit that you play that is good enough, like also like you compare it to others, it needs to be good or better, as good or better, or get those tracks that no one has yet. So that's why you have to
yeah.
become friends with producers around you. Like they can
Yeah,
send you
let
stuff,
me
they can
tell you
make
a story.
bootlegs. Here
Let
comes
me
a
tell you a story.
story.
It's story time.
Okay,
Yeah,
Listen up,
about
Jay.
that.
go ahead.
No, but about that, as in getting.
Once upon a time, when I was
Let me
still a
tell you
young
a story.
boy.
I mean, need that.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, but let me tell you a story about how getting to know other producers
that's the
might be
story of
useful.
how
As in,
How about how? Get
left
twisted.
side upside down.
I am trying to be serious for one fucking time. This guy. Anyway, I was playing in, I think it was Denmark back then, and
Done.
Yeah, good
I got
story,
to
bro.
know a, I got to know a guy there. I think his name was Ida, also his DJ name, and he wasn't that big back then. I was playing there, and I was started talking to him, and he said like, "Hey, I also make music. I'll send you some of my stuff." And he sent me this track, and I was just blown away. And from that moment on, I think I played it almost every set. And honestly, I don't even know if that track ever came out. But it came out because now I have it on my Spotify list. But it never really broke through, it never really did anything. But I still listen to it to today, and I played it in every set because it
Okay,
just was a track that fitted my that fitted my DJ sets in a perfect way.
but
But nobody
nobody
really
else liked it, only you. What does that say about
probably
yourself?
that I'm unique and that only people who like my stuff should come to my show, and otherwise they don't come. They have to stay at home. They have to go to Ben Böhmer or whatever
It's,
they should want
hey,
to go to.
you're not wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, Ben
Trying
Singh's
to throw
asking if
some
we.
shade on Joey, but it's dude, no.
It's because
Ben
he's not
Singh says,
in the middle of my screen. I always tend to shoot at the guy like not in the middle. So you actually notice I'm really nice to you, Jay.
Did it
I
switch
look
now?
up to you.
"I don't have a middle. For me,
Yeah, it
it's
switched. It switched on the
no,
live
but it
stream.
doesn't switch for me. I have
Oh.
the
Oh,
same thing every time."
you
What?
can
Ben
switch them.
Singh?
You
But
can
He
switch them
said
yourself.
something?
Ben Singh says we need a jingle for Joey's story time, but we also need a
Oh,
jingle for Knowledge Bomb. Or what was the one we still looking for? I think it was Knowledge Bomb.
I think there we should have some kind of knowledge bomb, but also there like some kind of stupid melody that comes up when the story is too long, and then you can slowly like fade it in, like that Night's theme, that everybody's like. Ralph should control that one because he's a lot of times eager to fade it in. He's like, "Get
yeah.
this guy the hell off stage! Get this guy the hell off
Hey,
stage!"
talking about jingles, I think it's time.
Hey, quick break. If you're an artist who's serious about growing his career, but you feel stuck and you don't know what to do, you feel overwhelmed, that's exactly what we help you with at Artist Coaching. At Artist Coaching, we offer one-on-one personal coaching for DJs and music producers who want to turn their passion into a sustainable career. Whether you're struggling with finishing your music, building your brand, or just figuring out how to stand out, we've been there and we can help. If that sounds like you, head over to artistcoaching.nl and book your free intake call so we can check where you're at in your career and see if we can help you. All right, back to the episode.
It's time, yeah. But Jay has to hit it.
Questions.
As always, we take on questions in this podcast, which you can send into our Discord throughout the week, and then we'll take it with us in this episode. Let's go on to one of the, which date was it last week? 14, 15. Here we go. I think the last one was from Joost. This podcast episode, was about last week's episode. Ralph said that he puts crowd noises in his tracks, remember? He then mentioned that it was in the live version, not on Spotify. That made me wonder.
No, that was only with the Hey Ho. On Spotify,
anyway.
There's a lot of crowd stuff. I think in our latest release also.
He says, does he make live versions for all his tracks, and what's the difference? Do you have some examples?
No, I don't. No, what I mentioned was we put this Hey Ho like really soft underneath a track just to test out. That was only in a live version at some point. But also like Spotify versions, they're basically almost always the same as our live versions, apart from some arrangement cuts. But and there's also in the Spotify versions, there's just crowd noise underneath. It's really cool, man.
Okay, so there's not much of a difference.
No.
Okay. Question from Jellyboner. Any tips for making music while going through a breakup or mental draining time? I got cheated on a week ago, and unfortunately, I found out that making music is also really dependent on the mental state you're in. That's true.
Dude.
I also can't really take a full break because I don't want to lose my momentum and destroy the algorithm. Okay, first of all, your algorithm is the last thing you should worry about. As in, first, make sure you're okay mentally and try to recover from the breakup. Because as you said, and Ralph also acknowledged, your mental stability, your mental state definitely impacts your creativity. So first try to get back on track.
That's why we're advocating the boring life.
Exactly.
It's all mental. It's being cognitive active. That's always just pressures you in your head. So everything that's going on like reflects on that performance like instant. There's this so obvious correlation, but I totally agree with Joey. First off, hey, make sure that you're going through these emotions properly. It's a pretty shitty situation and a bad hand you get dealt. But I know there's a lot of people that come over it, so there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's time. Yeah, and if it's possible, try to use that. I mean, I'm a big Sith Lord myself. We were discussing the Star Wars theme before. Use the hate as fuel, man, and just get going. And
I must say, I think most of the tracks that have become hits came from a live experience, as in came from the soul.
I think there's a friend of mine in a similar situation who's a songwriter, and what works for him is writing a lot of his feelings down and not really doing anything with it now. But if you write the feelings down, first of all, it helps because you look back even a week later and like, oh wait, I feel better than this. I was really in a shithole last week and now I feel better. But like you can get a lot of inspiration from it after, so you can really like go back and like, ooh, that's a cool. That's mostly in songwriting, of course, but just writing down your stuff works. You can write it off of you, but I think that's for everybody that's different, and I think mostly just make sure you deal with that breakup, and that takes time.
It's really personal, of course, but I can see a scenario also where you can use this, and I mean, any emotion is one, and it kind of, I mean, a little bit of reflection on yourself is really good also for making music. But let's say you can get in this fuck it stage, and just do like there's no boundaries today. I'm just gonna do shit. Fuck them all, and you never know where that can get you. So yeah, I mean, this can be useful, but it's personal.
Yeah, So
And it's
best of
shitty.
luck, Jelly
So
Boner.
yeah, all the best to
Yeah,
you. Don't know what the
all the
name was.
best.
Jelly Boner.
Jelly Boner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jelly Boner. Next question comes from Pravda. Your guys, my question would be that if you can restart your whole career nowadays with a new brand name, what would be your roadmap to reach the same level as you are now?
Oh man, it's so hard. But yeah, it all comes and starts from quality music and try to network. I oftenly pointed out. I mean, it's a question about really a lot, you know. So
Yeah,
simple
it's a
roadmap is
lot.
not given. We discussed it before, but yeah, I think also make it really choose a certain path. Keep really a lot of how to say it, man, fucking English. Make sure you
Which
stand
word?
for something, one genre ish, and also choose a name accordingly. And then for the rest, yeah, just try to work from the bottom up and try to gain as much support as possible. Yeah, all the things we actually just mentioned before.
Yeah, I have something to add though. I thought about this. If I would come back, how would I do this? And I think for me, I would come back not on my own, but I would find a partner. So not necessarily to DJ with, but more like the situation you have, Ralph, like having two people working on the same brand. Um, I would like to sit in the studio with somebody else, and I would go all in on content. That's what I would do.
Yeah, and my approach would be actually how I've always approached it. For me, making music and trying to become a DJ was I'm gonna do that regardless. So even if I have to work alongside of it, I'm gonna do it. Basically saying I'm going all in on this, not like I'm gonna throw my quit school, but like, hey, I'm gonna do this. But you really need that kind of drive, and it is a way harder challenge now, I think, to break through, be seen. But I definitely think there's a lot of room still for original ideas, original music. Um, yeah, just make sure to go all in. I think that's yeah.
Just do. That's it.
Just
Do it.
do.
Yeah.
Just do.
Music ID says, question for Elf, do you speak Spanish? No, his English sounds like Spanish, but he doesn't sound speaks English.
I speak a little bit, but not really good.
Not
Dos
too good.
cerveza, por
Okay.
favor.
Dos cañas.
Hey.
Melodramatic. If you are going to ADE for the first time and aren't going to all the festivals, but more for the coffee and the beers, what are some of the best places you can recommend someone go and check out and drop a few bangers at while taking it all in?
The festivals.
No, I think aside from that, like you should go to events like ours, but also like the networking events. Like that's definitely a good spot to be in. And maybe there is the demo checking thing is there, but it isn't. Like they changed the concept or something. Like try to hang around at the places where all the other people are as well. And it's not like they're all located in one restaurant or something. It's more like
Just go to the red light district, man. You'll be fine. Cool restaurant,
You'll be fine.
Matahari. It's nice.
Question back. Why are you planning on not going to the festivals? Because I do think visiting some of the events, or at least one, it's like that's what you
he
kind of do
says,
it for.
I'm not going to all the festivals, so he's probably doing a few of them.
Yeah,
That's fine.
But it's more like during the daytime. Like how can you maximize your time here?
there's
There's
a
actually a lot
hotel,
of
and
daytime activity, man. Party wise.
Definitely.
there's a hotel
Definitely.
which I'm not sure the name is, but it's like where a
Andas.
lot of the Andas, or there's a
Yeah.
lot of people gathering there. You can, I meet up there with people
It's
almost
always
every
annoying.
year.
They're always in the street over there, and then you
Everybody in the
drive by.
street, and
Blocking
it's
the
chaos. But
cars.
the cool thing is, you
It's
do
where the
run into
suits are.
people. You do run into people you know. You do run into people you don't know. You kind of talk to everybody. Hey, you can just walk up to someone. Are you
Hey,
also a DJ, a producer? I mean, yeah, there's many things to do there where you kind of get like, how do you say, spontaneous things happen. So spontaneously, you have dinner with someone.
You
I
should buy
suggest
like this big JBL booming
yes,
system.
Speaker.
put it on
Then
your
go
bike.
Just
make sure it's really recharged,
blast
and
it out.
then put it down there.
But I
Blast on the
wouldn't.
music.
I would search for those hotspots and kind of where the seminars are, maybe that you find interesting, but
Yeah.
also just have some time where you just kind of randomly
No, but like
go
Jay,
to get a
last
coffee
year was
somewhere.
kind of the perfect example. As in, we went on a boat party. You, me, and Josh was there.
Yep.
And then after the boat party, we decided to have dinner, and you invited someone, and like, who was there as well? Like there were 5 people,
Kubrick,
right?
DJ
Kubrick, yeah.
Kubrick.
So somehow you kind of end up in the situations because you're just all there, and people invite people, and before you know it, you're in the weirdest spot in the weirdest party. But that's the fun of it. Like it all happens there, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like I remember when we had dance fair in Holland, and a lot of people from the Vato Gonzalez forum were heading there, and we were just all we didn't know each other in real life, but only online. So we were like, "Hey, who will be there?" And then you would kind
Yeah,
of like awkwardly walk up to someone, and then are you, and then say the
yeah,
username, and it's like,
yeah,
"Are you Aap 13?" Weird names, and then you would have this awkward moment, and then oh cool, we're in the same boat. But actually, those are a lot of times the people that um, are going to be your producer friends, are going to be your
yeah,
people that you keep in touch with because you have a face. Not so much the famous DJs. And it sounds dumb, but that's like, I think the part of the reason the artist coaching community could be so successful is because you can meet other people who are in the exact same stage of their career. They're right next to you in the chat. They're going to be right next to you during ADE maybe. Those are the people you want to explore if there's people who have the same drive, same creativity.
Now that I'm
um
thinking about it, I'm creating an ADE channel in the Discord. So for everyone who's going to for for everyone going to ADE, I will create a Discord here so you guys can meet each other and meet up. If you have something where you want to meet or discuss or whatever, you can do it in there.
Josh said
It's
the Andas changed. They started charging everybody to enter the reception, so there's no more meetups there. That's crazy.
okay. Yeah,
But I
but
guess it makes sense because it was a chaos outside
yeah,
for
it was chaos. I think last time I think the hotel we are trying to come up with was a different one. It was across the street. Yeah, anyway,
and
we'll come up.
was it with those red lights above the door? Because that's not a
No,
hotel,
like
man.
this old beautiful building.
That's not a hotel.
Anyway,
I
that's
never get it. They kick you out after 1 hour. What the hell, man?
and a
You have to
pretty
pay
high
by
fee.
half an
Yeah,
hour.
Yeah,
yeah. And I'm like, I paid for the
Also,
whole
this
night. And they're like,
woman.
no,
you
just
have
for an
to
hour.
pay per hour. Anyway, production question for both of you. Are you guys using
Yes.
any bass enhancer plugins like RBass or MaxBass? For Ralph, you've worked a
I
lot with
don't.
Hardwell. Can you maybe share some of his mixdown tricks if there were any? His mixdowns always sound super clean and separated compared to other industry guys.
Yeah,
So
because
first
he's
of
the
all,
best. Yeah.
do you use any bass enhancer plugins?
Yeah, Ralph, not by Hardwell.
Hey, man, do the thing. Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Good one, Jopke.
Yeah,
But no, yeah,
bass
just
enhancers.
normally through EQs, I do use a lot of. I always try the sound goodizer, which
You
kind
just
of.
use jackers, right?
Dude.
He's only jacking the
Oh
bass.
man.
He's only jacking the
Oh.
bass, man.
I think we've
Oh.
reached a new low.
If I wouldn't know how you look like, but I listened to you, Joey, I would
Yeah.
expect like this bold old guy. But yeah,
I'm an old soul.
yeah. But to be honest, for everybody who's listening but never seen Joey, he's not so bad.
It's not too bad at all.
No, none
No.
too shabby. No, but
Um,
no, I never used. But hey, whatever works, doesn't matter. And I try loads of stuff. I put wave
I
shaper on that stuff, sausage fattener, every kind of distortion I've tried, and sometimes comes from a weird angle that it's all of a sudden sounds nice. Sometimes it's like these happy accidents, and whatever works, it doesn't matter. And the Hartwell question, the dude is a genius, and what I learned most of him is the order in how you should master is to how can I say this short is that there's as less as possible peaks before you're maximizing your sound. I think that's pretty much sums it up.
I
Okay.
I'm a preset guy, and I think there's already a lot of good processing in like Serum and in a lot of presets. And like Ralph, I also sometimes use Soundgoodizer, EQ. I EQ a lot. And that depends just a bit on ear. And sometimes you're in the car, you
I've
hear
seen
bass that you like.
someone EQ, like you know who the person is who EQ'd one lead the most. It's actually you, Jopke, because I had the file with your shit. Somebody's calling me. With the lead that you used in what's the track with Garrick's called Wizard.
Spotless or Wizard?
Wizard. But that went through several buses and it had like 14 parametric EQs. Insane.
14.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a shitload. Yeah.
I sometimes look back and then I'm like, holy shit! I see like
What am I even doing?
yesterday I was deleting old videos of how I made tracks, and it's like so many plugins, so many things. But it's like because I just kept adding and adding and adding. It's like I didn't. I also put a new EQ on as soon as I wanted to take a different band of EQ out. So I didn't really. I could do it all in less EQs. So I
No,
guess
no, but sometimes I actually like to work in that order because then I
yeah,
can always trace back my steps.
yeah,
And
exactly.
yeah, so, but you can do so many stuff to sound. I mean, then
Yeah,
EQ, 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 then clip, then EQ, EQ, EQ,
and
then I don't
I
care, then distort, and just try to and try to feel. I mean, you want to get to a certain result, and the more you try, the more you kind of feel like what something is doing to a sound, and it's all just trial and error.
yeah, and I use a lot of samples as well.
Me
Samples
too.
from Splice, and it's like sometimes you have a bass shot which you use. Not always a fan of it because sometimes you want the bass to change, and if you then use the sample, then even sometimes I try to recreate a sample, which then gets you a new bass that's like different but cool. So there's all these things, but it's kind of like having the idea in mind. And
To be honest,
um,
I still sample a lot of people. Yeah. When I hear some a nice sub in a track, bam, into the
got it.
audio editor and
Or a
let's go.
top kick. Like sometimes you have like the little click of the kick. Someone
There's one-liners dropping in the chat. Melodramatic says, if it ain't clipping, it ain't chipping. And
redlining.
Celiac says, redlining is headlining.
Yeah, don't tell that to the Star Beach sound guy,
Don't,
because
don't.
he will almost murder you.
Man, he's not the only
That
one.
guy just came running at you like, dude, get it down, get it down.
He hates me.
Yep,
I don't know why. He
probably
hates me.
because of the redlining. There's one more question left from music IDs. I've developed several basic music IDs, but I'm finding it difficult to finish
Hey,
them.
that's
Yeah.
Music IDs.
He's like Batman.
Yeah,
Like it's so
exactly.
obvious.
But I'm finding it difficult to finish them at my current production level. In your opinion, is it better to keep improving my skills and release my own tracks later, or to seek out DJ collaborations now to help bring these ideas to completion?
A little bit of
um.
both, actually. I would
I mean,
sniff
it's
a
like
little bit. Yeah.
it's
Uh,
the idea. Do you get it? How if you don't get it, how you want it to sound? Is it then an actual idea, or is it just a start of an idea? And that by saying is like you should have somewhat in your head how it should sound, and you should work towards that. I think. I
mm.
think that's
Yeah, but
and
you can do both. Why not?
yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean more like it's good to finish a lot of stuff, especially when it's still fresh, when the idea is fresh. So I would just choose, like, if let's say you make 3 tracks or you start 3 music ideas in the beginning of the week, pick one you're gonna finish, and just don't think about if it's good enough. Just finish it, make the arrangement, try to make it as good as possible, and on to the next week, and make sure to contact collaborators in general all the time. I think you should find a group around you that you can send music to constantly, or someone, a friend, or but yeah, if it's like just try finishing stuff. Yeah, I think that does help, because you just make more music. You're more in the process of producing, and you get better at it.
You also train yourself to finish stuff. That also
Yeah,
helps.
also
Yeah.
important.
Okay.
And that never stops.
Um,
And that's like, you never have enough time, and that's why last night I was here till 2:30, and then finishing something, and then it's 6:30. Guess who's up? Because his kids are up.
Your wife.
That's a good one. Yeah, also, but also me. No, we were both up. But it's like it's that never stops. You gotta finish stuff, and there is never enough time. And just do it, man. Finish this stuff.
just do. You're gonna get a shirt. Just do. Okay.
Oh, I need some
Okay,
coffee.
guys. We're
By the way, Ralph, I
gonna.
wasn't. But this, yeah, deserved one. That actually deserved one. Good one.
No to self. Don't let Jay be the host. Like, he'll
I
bash out
think
the sample.
I think it went really well. I liked the ambience better than normally, and I mean, it's like
Dude, you're more than welcome to do it every week. I have to do 3 things at the same time, so it actually helps me. So
yeah.
if you wanna,
Now
if
this
you
last
wanna
one
offer
actually.
it,
Now I want to go back to Joey.
Okay, guys, do we want me as a host next week again? Do
or
we or
just
do we not? Oh, now it's not loading. Of
Now
course, it's not. Oh, here we go. It's working. It's not
it's
working.
not loading. Yeah.
The
Is there
drum roll
anything to
isn't
show?
loading.
Is there anything to show, guys? Yeah, Jay's the big announcement.
Yep. Keep an eye on
yeah,
my
we're
socials.
uploading another a booty of Brighter Days, and
Brighter
if you
Days.
want it, you can download it through our SoundCloud. You only have to like leave some
Always to give us
credentials.
your data. That's it.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
All we
Data
need
is
is your
everything.
privacy.
Oh,
That's
you
it.
just have to follow us. It's not a bad deal.
Oh, that's okay.
I saw this light system on TikTok where you build it in your ceiling, and it looks like the outside, and it looks really, really cool. It looks too good to be true. And then it's from some Chinese shop, and they have UK in their name, so they're already trying to mislead you. And then it's like, I want to see the price. Yeah, make an account to see the price. So I'm very sad, but I was like, what if I can get like a big, as if there's like a big daylight here, but it's probably too good to be true, and I'm too afraid to sign up.
Probably, yeah. Don't do it.
Hey,
in regarding
fuck it,
just
man.
wanted
Just
to-
go. Fuck the suits.
Just wanted
in
to let
regards
you
to
know.
shilling, not necessarily shilling, but I'm really looking forward to next week ADE, where everybody will come down from all over the world, from people in the chat right now coming to our event, coming to ADE, which I'm very looking forward to meet all those people who I haven't met yet. As I said, I've just made an extra tab in the Discord for people going to ADE, so you can all chat there and meet up and arrange meetings or whatever you want to do. It can all be done in the Discord from now on. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the event and to ADE itself. So we will be doing another show next week on Wednesday, as always. And then Thursday and Friday I will be in Amsterdam.
Was that it?
Okay, that's it. And chill.
Well, thank you everybody for listening. Make
Why are
sure
the sound
to
stopped
comment
working?
and
The sound stopped working. Oh, there we go.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
Jopke, great work.
Great work, Jopke.
Thanks for your energy, for your focus. That's
We
what
still
we
have
needed
1
this
minute.
week.
I have the buttons. I
Yeah.
can stay live forever on your YouTube.
I'm
guys can
going
stay.
for it already.
I have to go. There's like 15 people waiting for me downstairs. So, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Jopke, great job.
I'm gonna
Ralph, great
hit
job.
stop and also hope it stops on YouTube because that's always the question.
I have to stop it on YouTube, but I will. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.